Hey, Exoticals, it's your girl back with another Exotical rant. You know what I was thinking about today? I was thinking about Rachel Lindsay, the first black bachelorette. That was a lot to say. But I was thinking about her today and her divorce. And her husband filed. And now he's getting like $10K in spousal support. Let's talk about male gold diggers. Let's get right on into it. Let's go, girls. Rachel Lindsay is a lawyer. She comes from a prominent family. So she knew by being on this show, this would generate a revenue for her, even if it currently she was on the same playing field as the guy she was marrying. She knew that she was using this show to like level up her finances and whatnot. And prenup was mandatory. So she said she didn't make him sign a prenup because they were on the same level when they were getting married. Again, she comes from a rich family. So she was like, he didn't want one. The only time a guy doesn't want a prenup is if he's a male gold digger, which this guy was. And she was so aggressively trying to get married that her brain went out the window, ladies. This is a good learning lesson, ladies. I know a lot of you want to get married and stuff, but like this is not the route to go. Getting with men that refuse to sign a prenup when you know it's in your best interest. And I don't feel sorry for Rachel because, again, she's a lawyer. You know the law. You've seen messy divorces. You're just a lawyer and you've been trained to think as a lawyer. So this should have been a red flag. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean, but F love, okay? You have to protect yourself and your assets that your dad has worked for and not let somebody come in here and take. But a lot of women get so obsessed with the title of wife that they forget all their common sense. If something doesn't sound right, it's usually not right. If in your gut feeling, if you had a gut feeling like I need to ask for a prenup, that's what you should have went for. I don't feel sorry for Rachel Lindsay, but I do feel like this is a good lesson for other young ladies they're in their 20s or 30s or 40s and they're trying to get married and they're like really looking for love. Men will weaponize love to level up. This is what this guy did. I forgot his name because he's been so irrelevant just living off of her. I honestly forgot his name. But this is what I'm talking about, ladies. And you can tell me his name in the comments, ladies. But this is what I'm talking about. Being so obsessed with the title. A title of marriage, but he's not acting as a husband. He's not providing for you. I think they were staying at one of her properties. I'm like, you letting a man take the back seat as a provider and leader leads to stuff like this. It leads to him getting over 10K in spousal support when he decides to divorce you, once he decides he wants to get with another woman that he finds is more attractive than you. And he wants to just level up his life. So he stays with you just long enough so he can qualify for that spousal support. So now he's making 6 figures of spousal support alone. So this is what I'm talking about, lady. Rachel was so trying to get away from, black men that she was like thinking like, oh, if I just marry outside my race, I will level up. Leveling up is not about race. So if you're thinking about if I just marry this white guy or I just marry this Latino guy, I'll level up. You're going down the wrong rabbit hole. That's not leveling up. Leveling up is finding top of the line providers, protectors, and men that are providing provision. Those are what you're looking for. It doesn't have a race. It doesn't have a color. It doesn't have an ethnicity. So if you're looking for a provider male, this was definitely not it. Definitely not it. Like he wasn't even practicing majority of the time they were married. He wasn't even practicing his business, which is like a chiropractor, which is a red flag already. Those chiropractors usually are scammers. Okay. So if you're having back problems, go to an orthopedic doctor. Yeah. An orthopedic therapy doctor or clinic. Go there. Don't go to a chiropractor. They will probably hurt you. FYI. And they usually don't have a lot of money. So she didn't do her homework on this guy. And Rachel should have known better. She's a trained lawyer. I believe her dad's a judge. Correct me in the comments. I'm pretty sure her dad's a judge. She comes from money. She comes from a certain class. And she knows the repercussions of not vetting people, quality people in your life and letting them get close to you. So Ladies, take this as a lesson learned. Do not be so don't glamorize marriage so much. And this is coming from somebody who is married. Like, don't glamorize it so much that you're not looking out for red flags. You're not looking like, okay, is this guy even good for me? Or is this guy like trying to do a come up on me because he's know I'm going to make money in the future, which this guy knew she was. She's been an ET correspondent. She's been on Catfish. And I'm like, she actually got herself Catfish, but she's actually been on that show Catfish. She's been doing a lot of stuff in media. She's really made a name for herself. And I think this was her goal going on The Bachelorette, not only getting a husband, but making a name for herself outside of the courtroom, where she could make produce revenue and money. So I don't know what got in her head that she did not need a prenup. But this guy is taking her to the cleaners, and honestly, it's a lesson learned for her. And I don't like to say women deserve to be treated bad, but in this case, she deserved everything she's getting because she didn't protect herself. She just thought just because she didn't marry a black guy that she was getting some type of prize. And honestly, she got a pot of coal. So it just goes to show you, when you are trying to like level up, it's not a race thing. It's not a black or white thing. It's not a Latino thing. It's not like a ethnicity thing that can level you up. It's the type of man, the type of character this man has. Is he a provider? How has he treated other women in his past? And then again, ladies, I want you to really do your homework on these guys when you're trying to date them. What was his last 3 girlfriends and how did they look? If she investigated this guy properly and she found his last 3 girlfriends, do any of his girlfriends look like you? Has he ever dated somebody that looked like you? If he hasn't, you're not his type. And I feel like a lot of women get upset about that. But if you're not a guy's type, do not waste your time with him. Because once he finds his type, and he will use you as a placeholder until he finds his type. And once he does, he will level up. He will give her everything you wanted. He will be a provider to her, a protector to her. He will provide provisions for her because that's his type and ideal woman. And you were never it. And I doubt he ever dated a girl that looked like Rachel Lindsay. She's an unambiguous, dark-skinned black woman. He never dated a woman that looked like her before. And he was like literally like using her as an experiment and to level up. Like he was like, oh, I know she's like already in, like she comes from money and she's a lawyer and she's super ambitious. She can level me up financially. He saw her as a lick, as they say in the United States, a lick, somebody easily manipulated where you can make money off of them quickly. So ladies, as exoticals, do never date a guy that has never dated, like he's using you like as a stepping stone, a placeholder. He's not providing for you. He's trying to move into your place instead of him like providing a place for you guys to move into. Let him be the leader. Okay, if you're looking for a husband, let him be the leader. And this is going to start like literally, ladies, I literally am going to break down how to find a decent husband because I know a lot of girls just don't know. They don't, like, nobody has ever taught them how to find a really quality, high value husband. And when I'm saying high value, he's high value in character first. He's a provider at heart. Like he may be making like 60,000, but he's gonna use his money to get you guys a place. Whatever he has, you have. He's not looking for you to provide him any additional financial assistance. He may not be the richest guy, but he's definitely not leeching off you. So, everybody's not going to get a millionaire. That's just facts. Everybody's not going to get a 6-figure guy, but you can get a decent guy that's not looking in your pockets. Like he's making ways for you to level. He's making ways for himself to level up and your relationship to level up. So you've got to be realistic, ladies. I'm not telling you to date some bum, but definitely do not date a guy that's it's okay. He's taking the back seat to everything, especially finances. He wants to let's just move into your place. That's easier. Okay, let's just do he's trying to make his life as easy as possible and he doesn't mind burdening you financially, emotionally, physically, but as long as he makes his life easier, he's A-okay. And I know a lot of girls have dated guys like that. It sucks. Get away from these guys. If you're not their type, they have a type, and he definitely had a type, and we'll probably see in the coming future the women that he dates will be definitely his type, or the women that he's marrying will definitely look nothing like Rachel Lindsay. This is definitely a lesson learned for her. But ladies, always be on the eye out for this. Never be too eager to rush into something, especially marriage, if it's definitely not going to benefit you in the long run. If it's definitely red flags. If you come from money, or you built yourself up and you worked hard and you made your money and you're doing well for yourself, never be afraid to get a prenup. If he doesn't want to get a prenup, it's a no-go. And it's a lot of women that have had kids by guys and had good relationships and never got married because it would not have benefited them to get married. Just like Shakira. Shakira, the Latin singer, she was with a guy for years and she never got married to him because she made way more money than him. And luckily she didn't, because when he was ready to go, he left with what he had when he came in, which is absolutely not a damn thing. So, ladies, this is definitely a lesson learned for her. Let you learn from her mistakes. Don't like repeat mistakes for yourself. Learn from others' mistakes. Like Shakira was smart about it. She never married that guy, and she made sure he kept his other property. Be a smart girl. Be like Shakira. Like, if you're making a lot of money, be like, okay, well, I want A, B, and C. You know, have stuff in place to protect you. Have written wills. Get your paperwork together. Know who you're dealing with, basically. But anyway, ladies, let me know how you feel in the comments. Have a great day. Bye.